Yo, what's up, y'all? I decided to do a tea review. I've been watching these videos. People be reviewing shit. I could review something. Let's talk about Pete's Tea. Bam! Bam! Now what you do is you take 2 Union Fancies to 1 Earl Grey with bergamot. Or if you're American, just say bergamot. You like that anyway because it sounds like burger. You know what bergamot is? No, you do not. You know what bergamot is? That's barbecue. That's make a burger. All right, what bergamot is it's the oil of a citrus plant in Spain. And these people, they collect the oil from the citrus plant and they put it in tea. And they do that for the English. Specifically, they had started doing it for Earl Grey, Mr. Earl Grey, who no longer lives. Well, he'd been gone a long time. We'll look up the history later on Wikipedia, but suffice it to say, the English wanted a tea with some citrus. One of the things that the English loved about Spain was they had citrus. They had oranges, they had mangoes, and different things. Different citrusy things. That's what California has. So, if you grew up in California and you smell some Earl Grey tea and you taste that citrus, you'd be like, yeah, that's real. That's home. Well, the English was craving that. They was over in the wild, crazy, rainy-ass weather and mystical moors and all that, and they'd be just like, I just want some citrus. Can I just have some sunshine in my tea? Earl Grey. That was the first man who said, Spain, he got up on the phone, Spain, can we be friends? I love the citrus. Now, would you mind? I have an idea. I have tea, and I know y'all like the tea. Okay, well, you like it okay. Well, hey, what about if we put your tea and mixed it with your citrus, the oil, the bergamot, what you call it? Okay. Oh, that's different. Okay. So what we was thinking was our tea with your oil of bergamot, what we call it. I can't say it the way I appreciate. Okay. Now, can we mix that up and you know, we'll give you something. Try it out. Yeah. Exactly, because we are sitting in clouds, my friend. What's your weather? Yes, your weather is sunny. And you have beautiful clouds. Yes, I know. You know what we got? We got rain. You know what we want? We want one thing. We want some sunshine. So let's arrange with the oil of bergamot. As we discussed, we'll do a little test run. And I think this is going to be a big thing. Me pulling hairs out of my mouth wonders what I was doing last night. Oh, hey, how you doing? So, that's how oil of bergamot got started. Now, let me tell you something. I ain't going to make no iced tea with 3 tablespoons of this in a 3-cup pot. Let me show you what that is. This, my friends, and you always see me walking through. This is a 3-cup pot. It looks bigger than it is. Okay, there's the scale. Head for scale, right? Boom, baby. Whoa, that thing is big. Oh, shit. I'm pouring shit out. Then you'd be like, it ain't that big. Why are you pouring tea in your ear? Anyways, you take a 3-cup pot. That's what this is. Okay? Don't do 3 of these. Unless you're going to drink it hot. Then that's okay. Make it for your friends. Pour it in little teacups. Hold on. Hold on. Because I do have a teacup. Alright? That's what I'm talking about. That's if you're going to drink it straight. Don't do that. Because we make an iced tea. We're talking about iced tea. When you make an iced tea, you need ice. And you don't just need any ice, do you? You need good ice. Let me show you something. Later on. And there's more to come. Which is not the same as Mordecai. Bam. That's what you want. The Arctic. Let me show you something. That's a damn piece of ice, son. That's real. If you can't have that, you never will. Oh, shit. It was almost too much ice for this player to handle. So sorry, I forgot. What I meant was, when you are making iced tea, see, I don't want to waste this ice. It's so good. Look at how clear it is. Look. I'm just laughing because it's so stupid. Look at my eyes. Now, when you are drinking iced tea, like this less than fine specimen, if you buy ice like that, that ice is made a certain way. That's clear ice. To make clear ice, you have to run refrigerated cold water over itself. Over and over and over. That's how you make it clear. That keeps the oxygen bubbles out. Now, if you at home, first of all, let's talk about ice. If you're at home and you are running your tap water into your ice container and putting that in the fridge, don't do that. If you have to use tap water, it's okay. Let me show you something. If you are going to make this kind of ice with tap water, alright, you can see it's foggy. I'll be right back. If you make it with tap water, fascinating. Now that's not modern technology. The mirror, that's old technology. But right now, we just got a pan. We just got a pan shot. Bam. What you know? Wow! Anyways. Ice. Yes. If you have to make ice from tap water, run the tap water and let it sit at least half an hour. That will make it taste less worse. Because tap water is full of chlorine, as it should be. It has to be kept clean. And our, I'm sorry, but our governments do a very good job of keeping the water clean, generally. Although some of them fluoride fluoridize or fluoridate it, they add fluoride. You do not want fluoride. Fluoride messes with your, I can't even get to it. There's this part of your brain that's like related to your middle eye. Don't do fluoridation. It's okay in toothpaste. You know, if you brush twice a day. If you brush 4 or more times a day, don't use, just use Tom's. It doesn't have fucking, you don't need fluoride. Says a guy with bad teeth from England. But hey, people with bad teeth know how to take care of them. We just have bad teeth. All right, now, because you have to make up. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm a smoker. What could I possibly say about teeth? Like, who cares? You smoke, bro. It doesn't matter how clean your teeth are. You stink. Okay, okay, okay. But at least I'm single. At least I'm not trying to put that in somebody's mouth or some other. What I wanted to talk about in regards to ice, is if you have to use water from the tap to make your ice, and you may have to, because you might be, you know, shit happens, man. We have to use tap water sometimes. Just let it sit for like 2 hours. Like, seriously, the, what's it called? That chemical that I mentioned earlier, the thing that keeps the water clean, it evaporates. It actually, if you let it sit out in the air, it will leave the water. Now, it's already cleaned the water, and then it will leave it. And you can tell when this happens because your animals, if you fill up their water tray and you put it down, I don't know about dogs, but my cat be like, I'm glad you filled up my water, but I ain't touching that shit for a while. And then he'll come back 2 hours later and start drinking it. And he'll drink it from the edge. Because the whatever that chemical is goes to the center. And if you do that, you'll have okay ice, you know. The problem with making your own ice is that, damn it all, you know, it's the bubbly ice. Getting a clear ice, you got to run cold water over cold water. Now, I imagine maybe in mountain areas, maybe people get clearer ice because it starts out so cold. And I know in the winter I get better ice than in the summer, but that's kind of jacked up, as you can imagine. That's why I love to buy ice. Now, in the future, buying ice is going to be a luxury. And every now and then I'll be like, I had me some of that good ice. But most of the time, I'll be drinking. I'm going to drink. Well, the other way you do ice is if you have to make your own ice, just buy purified water, like at Trader Joe's or something like that. Just pour it in. Just do that. Don't be using the tap for your ice. Don't do that. If you can help it, if you can afford it. Now, if you can't afford it, let it sit out 2 hours. If you don't have tap water and you have rainwater, you better have water treatment and filtration. And I myself have never tasted a rainwater ice cube. And I'm thinking about that. Because I'm thinking, I mean, Poppet Flats, rainwater might be okay. Now, LA rainwater, probably not so much. Might have a little extra something in there. Maybe a little diesel. Little things that mess up your hormones and make you crazy. Start trying that crack cocaine. So, you know. Now, Cabazon Water Ice. I mean, I grew up on it, but my doctor gave me a bunch of brain chemical things to take. So, I grew up on Cabazon Water. And the psychiatrist said, here, let me give you this. He gave me a bunch of shit. As long as you don't drink or consume Cabazon water, you will be okay. And if you did, eventually you will heal. And if you're drinking it now, you need to stop, because you're gonna die. Okay, now let's get talking about tea again. This tea right here, this is my base tea. Yunnan Fancy. I call it Yunnan, I call it Yunnan, I call it Yunnan. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I don't know what the Chinese call it, because it's from China. Motherfuckers know some tea. When you put that motherfucker in a bowl and you heat it up and you add water and you pour it out and you drink it, that thing tastes like a leather belt. Delicious. I mean, usually tea has a gritty flavor, like sandpaper. You know, like you take a Lipton, a Pico and Pico, you're looking for sandpaper and you add a little bit of sugar, you got yourself an iced tea. That's American iced tea right there. You take this Yunnan Fancy stuff, you put it in a bowl and add some hot water. You got a leather belt, son. There ain't nothing. It's smooth. Smooth as tea. I don't know how they did it. Let's talk about some other teas. Now, unfortunately, I do not have my jasmine tea at this time. My favorite tea mix, which is about a medium-bodied tea, is Earl Grey, one jasmine, and one Yunnan Fancy. But ran out of jasmine. Started making 2 Yunnan Fancies to 1 Earl Grey. That's a good tea. That's a stand-up tea right there. You don't want to make an iced tea full of Earl Grey. It's way too much treble, you know. You do 2 Yunnan Fancies, you get that smooth base, big base flavor. You add some Earl Grey with bergamot, a little bit of citrus on top. Bam! That's Beefeater. Now you got the Lapsang Souchong. Okay, whatever. Lapsang Souchong. That's what I call it. I don't know what else to call. I could say Lapsang Souchong. I'll say Lapsang Souchong. Anyways, this motherfucker smells like barbecue. This smoky tea. Okay, you use this tea when you want to add smoke. But let me tell you something. If you make an iced tea out of this tea straight, it will taste sour. It'll smell gorgeous. Sour like a motherfucker. If you want to make it right in a 3-pot thing like I showed you, you take 2 of these and 1 of these. That's the original John Brown and Cabazon John tea. It's the Smoky Warrior tea. I forget the name. I was calling it Shogun because it had the smoke and it had the thickness, but it didn't have no brightness. So then I said, well, why don't I take 1 of the smoke and 1 of the leather and 1 of these guys, the Earl Grey with the bergamot, citrus, right? Turns out horrible, sour. Don't do it. It doesn't work. This boy gets sour. You use it to flavor things. You don't drink it all the way. Now, if you drink it hot, smooth like a mofo, smoothest tea you ever drank. Just nice, comforting. And so that's going to wrap it up for the tea discussion today. We're right at about 19-23 minutes.